Now look, we can be boring and watch movies tonight, but this weekend we love it.
I miss my mama. It's just different here.
Oh, ooh, we can make our own traditions right here.
This Christmas is about me and my girls.
All right. Executive producer, curator, Philaye Johnson. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm good. I'm glad it's about to be the weekend and the holidays. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. So thank you for the opportunity. And I think we have LJ on. LJ, are you on?
Yes, I'm here. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Queen.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Did you get your hair done, girl?
No, I'm in the process. I'm in the parking lot right now.
Oh, Lord. So I'm gonna try to see this Christmas little situation, because the hair got to be fly for next week, right?
No, you good. I already told my hairstylist. She knows.
Okay, so let's get into it. You're both creatives, right? Like you both have experience in film work. So I want you to tell me, what was life before film?
Oh, that's a good one. So for me, life before film was a lot of track and a lot of school. Those are just like the two things I was like all in on all the time. So yeah, and just like being young and partying, doing dumb stuff. And then when I quit track, that's when I started doing creative stuff. It kind of replaced what I think I got out of sports.
Okay.
For me, honestly, I was a school person, doing all the things, a parent asked their child to do. So I was just in school with my heads down in the books.
Wow. I was never a straight arrow. I hate that I wasn't too. I really do. But look, we got creative in spite of being straight arrow and then being a party animal, right?
Right.
So let's get into how did you guys come together to do Maybe Next Christmas?
So in like September or October of 2020, LJ emailed me the pitch and it immediately just stuck out to me because I thought it was relatable. And I had already spent one Christmas in LA, so I knew what it was like to hang out with friends and people away from home and just kind of find Christmas cheer far away. And so, yeah, it spoke to me. And yeah.
LJ, what was I know the inspiration derived after the pandemic or just the inspiration from the pandemic. Could you elaborate more on that?
That's the actual funny thing about it. I came up with this idea in 2019. So I was just like, it's so crazy how the pandemic actually played into the whole situation and made it even more relatable. So I was just like, I'll be thinking ahead sometimes. But yeah, it was just honestly being able to showcase how it was for me living in LA and having to lean on friends because I just went through a situation where I had to separate from my family and it was just like so hard. But then I just learned how to lean onto my friends. And I feel like that's a beautiful thing that as Black people, we deserve to see because not all of us are cool with our families. So we have that to see.
It's true. And I think that just, especially like being from Detroit, which is just somewhere where I feel all of my friends literally have crazy family situations. And, it's so much generational trauma. So close to family, it is hard a lot of the times. And with our friends, I feel we have lighter relationships because it's just like, we're able to surpass all the trauma, get to know each other out in the world, and just have simple love and like bond. So, yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, you started out with a $10,000 budget that grew beautifully. So, what does it take to make a movie like this a success?
So, yeah, I mean, it just took a lot of, honestly, people around it who had the same love kind of that we had because we both are going through different things at different times. And so we just all became a family over the course of the time. Like, even the 4 days on set, like, there were just such good vibes. Everyone was having a good time. It was kind of like family in a way. So I think that because it was a Christmas project and everyone understood the heartwarming message that was necessary in order to really have the film stick. I think everyone came to it approaching it from just like a loving perspective like that. So that helped.
Now, you both have like your mission statements are top notch, you know, with the things that you believe in, that when you create films, the pivotal thing is it's for Blacks, made for Blacks. And like you, Philaye, Blacks and the Black LGBTQ community, tell me about your focal points, your mission statements, and how this film differs from your previous work.
So yeah, for me, it's just important with both the Black work and Black LGBTQ work because where I'm from, I didn't even really have a lot of out people to look up to because in Detroit it's very much so a church town. So like you're not, it's kind of like the military, don't ask, don't tell. So they may know that certain people within the community are gay or bisexual or something like that, but it's almost something you're not supposed to talk about. So for me, having representation and seeing these things on screens and stuff, it's what even gave me the confidence to step out of the bubble of where I'm from and be like, you know what, there's a big world out here and there's a lot of spaces for me. There's a lot of space for me. I just gotta take some flights. And so, yeah, for me, that's why I yeah, I like to really focus on both of them because I need them for myself. I have to have safe spaces. We see in the news headlines of, in certain maybe racist states or cities, there being shootings at gay clubs, gay hate crimes going on. And so it's about my safety and peace too. And so that's why I just believe in really advocating for all this just because of kind of where I'm from.
And LJ, mental health awareness, Women of Color Unite, and is it Keat or Kate Productions?
Kete Productions.
Okay, can you talk about that? Because when I looked on the videos, the first thing that popped up was something about mental health awareness. So tell me about your mission statement.
Honestly, it's for Black women to have, and not just Black women just by ourselves, but like Black men too, is like us being able to have conversations that we need about mental health because everyone is portraying that we're happy. But as we see so many headlines that we aren't. So it's just raising that awareness, letting people know, lean on your friends, because that's who we have and they want to be there, let them be there. And just being able to have those uncomfortable, but making them comfortable conversations.
Yeah.
And then speaking of the uncomfortable conversations, and I know this is a lighthearted movie, but do you think like with what happened with the beautiful Twitch, that this movie will highlight moments like that you're not alone, that you have other people, a safe haven to go to?
I absolutely do. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, I absolutely do think that it does because as somebody who has lost a best friend to suicide, we know all too well that people smiling the most can be going through things and really need to have those talks and those tender moments and have people around who, they can speak to because those moments can be really the difference in people's lives. So I think that we have those tender moments with the characters and we let the Black women really go through softness and tenderness. It's not like a really explosive type of film. It's more like just sitting in there and dealing with the emotions. And I think that is important for us to know we can reach out to a friend and talk.
LJ, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, it definitely showcases mental health in the sense of feeling by yourself, even though you're surrounded by people. So it sheds light on that. And I definitely feel people need to see that.
Now, the cool part is, like you said, you came together, you both loved the film. LJ, you wrote it, so you loved it off the rip. Philaye, you loved it just because of experiencing separation anxiety, going to a new place and developing and relating to a new family. So when you selected the characters, when you selected locations, what was the direction behind that?
So if I remember right, when LJ had me doing the location scouting for the coffee shop, I believe she wanted a lot of wood. Is that something I'm imagining?
No, it's true.
I remember she wanted wood, and so we found somewhere that did just like kind of have the decor of literally what she wanted to go for, and the coffee shop was key. And I'll let LJ talk about why.
Yeah, because I just wanted like a homey feeling to it. And then also in one of the scenes when the girls have a sleepover, there's like fire on the TV screen. And I was like, yeah, Phil, make it look real rough, homey. Even though they don't have the home, it's just making the home within yourself and around your friends.
Now you added some spice too. So there was some sneaky links or what have you. So so when you did that, was that because that it's not exactly PG-13, but it's still family oriented. So did that add balance?
So
Yes.
I think that it almost like reminded me in a way of like This Christmas, how the movie is very much so focusing on the family, but then, every once in a while, somebody kind of sneak it off with a sneaky link talking about something. So I think I enjoyed that in This Christmas. It was like always silly to me and kind of broke the tension. So yeah, I think that's why we just enjoyed those.
And then where can people find the movie? Do you plan to move it to Amazon? What is the future for the movie?
Yeah, so we plan to definitely have it distributed yearly, so it'd just be an annual watch. And so for this year, where they can find it on Shine TV, Moment 2, or in Blaze TV, and moving forward in the next years, whichever streaming platforms we end up making it available on, or if we make it available for rent or whatever, we'll just definitely make it an annual Christmas thing.
And you just recently did a viewing. So how was that experience? I mean, y'all are getting kind of, this is not new to y'all, but this is a new experience for this type of movie.
Yes, yeah, we did an LA screening or premiere last year, and we just had the Atlanta one, and it was really cool. We had a heartwarming time. I feel like it's always an emotional event when we do our maybe next Christmas events because it's an emotional film, and the whole process, a lot has happened in the world and in our families and stuff, and we've kind of all gone through that together, the cast and LJ and I and other people on the crew. So yeah, it just is always a really good heartwarming time, and that's what it was in Atlanta again. So
Now, with maybe next Christmas, you had a lot of reflection, and this was based off of experience and LJ's beautiful imagination. But how does this inspire what you do with your families and friends this upcoming Christmas?
For me, it's honestly being there. Because I feel like I tend to like push people away. So with the film, just tying into it, and it was like, okay, yes, I pour into my friends, but also let me pour into the family members that want to be there for me.
Okay.
So for me, honestly, so I'm in my hometown right now, but really there's a lot of things kind of going on in the family. We've had a couple passings this year, and that only brings out really the worst drama in the family, of course. So really, for me, it's about leaning on my friends and hanging with them so that it can like soften me up so that when I'm around, the family who I choose to be around, I just feel, that we can just move forward in healing and things. Cause, there's always a lot with family, So for me, I'm in a stage where I kind of need to lean on friends. I needed the film when we saw it in Atlanta. I've seen it a million times, but that day I needed it in a way that I did not expect. So
Aw. Well, yeah. When you have teenagers, it's just like, "Argh." But then seeing the film, I'm like, okay, I can do this. So, what other projects are you guys working on?
we are working on a spin-off feature film called Maybe Next Summer. And so, yeah, we actually have that script written. And so we're working on pitching that one and also a spin-off series with the ladies that I don't think we'll say the name for yet. But yeah, we are for sure just excited about the Maybe Next franchise. and want to do both feature film and series with the ladies, and with additional actors and actresses brought on too.
Okay. Now, this is my last question. Did you ever think that this level of success would grow to be extraordinary?
For me, no, but it's because I be in my head so much. Because I was just like, oh, it's just gonna be a normal film. People are gonna see it, like it. But the turnout has just made me even dream more and understand like there's an audience as long as you're willing to put out quality work.
Yeah, and I think that I always believed in the project, but still, just when you're going through, the years of work and stuff for it, it's still surreal for people to, see it and relate to it and, hit us up and talk about how it positively affected them and stuff. It's still, it feels very just good. And I don't know, I'm not surprised necessarily when they hit us up, but I'm happy for sure. So
Well,
I'm happy with the support.
Well, you're happy, and it's a beautiful story, and you're getting more and more experience. Not that you didn't have it, but it's definitely a different body of work for the both of you from what I went back and researched, for sure. So I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to see your next line of projects. And my last question for real is, where can followers keep in contact with you to stay up to date with what you have going on?
So everyone can find me at The Film Mama, and it's MAMA on all social sites.
And you can find me at Philaye, Philaye, or at Philaye Films on any of the sites. Yes. So you can find our current projects there and the future ones coming up next year.
You can't do this every time somebody say something that you don't like. Our shop is struggling as is. If it wasn't, I would be at home with my family. What if we threw our own Christmas Eve party right at the crib?
You homesick, I'm single. Cece probably hungry. And all your friends is here. It's a perfect time to celebrate.